lots of food, lots of oils, products, you name it, they have it. And the Black Learning Channel Harambe, if anybody wants to put up cards and they're with the Harambe group, you're welcome to do that. And I will also be there. This is the 20th annual Locks Conference. If you were there last year, you probably saw me, probably heard my dad talking about me. And my dad's going to be speaking again at the Locks Conference about parenting on Sunday. So, let's see. Stop by the Harambe / Black Learning Channel table to get flyers, information. And Harambe is going to be celebrating the 10-year anniversary. You're probably wondering, well, why didn't you just celebrate that the centennial? The centennial isn't for us. It's for the UNIACL. Got to get that out of the way. Then you can come to Harambe and say, oh, then you can come to another event and say, okay, this time we're celebrating. This time. And there's no big surprise while I'm doing this right now. While I was doing radio 2 months ago. While I was on camera when I was 3. When I went to the centennial, got invited to the Locks Conference 2 years in a row. There's no big surprise because if you were born into Harambe, yeah, you can say, okay, if I was born into Harambe, that means that I should be a Harambe baby, and I am. I'm proud to say I'm a Harambe baby. I was born into Harambe, and I'm going to tell the story once again of how Black Learning Channel started. Well, I don't know how old I was for sure, but I was younger than I am now, at least from at least 6 and younger, I think. But, yeah, it had to be 6 and younger. I was about 4, I'd say. I kept coming to my dad weekly saying, we need a Black Learning Channel. I know you're homeschooling me, but what about the other children around the world? They don't get the education that I do. And then my dad kept saying, well, Amira, this is going to take time, work, money. You're 4 years old. Think you can handle all this? And I said, yeah, I'm ready for my own station. I know you're running Harambe and all, and that's your operation, but what about, I need a little operation. Children around the world don't get as much education as I do from you. I know you're homeschooling me, but what about the other children? When are we going to get them something they can remember? They can remember when they get older. Yeah, that little girl taught me Spanish. Yeah, that little girl taught me hip-hop. Yeah, that little girl told me to join Harambe when we got older. I want to be proud to say I'm going to carry on Harambe Black Learning Channel. Some people might think that's too much power for one person to have 2 operations. Well, if my dad can handle it, I can handle it too. Because, okay, something me and my dad really have in common is this. we can do that all day long. So, back to the Black Learning Channel story. So, I kept bugging my dad. My dad was like, Mira, this will cost time, work, money. I said, we got to do something for the children out there. We have to do something. So then came the day where, one last time, there has to be a Black Learning Channel. ASAP. Because the other children around there don't get the education I do. They don't get anything. So, finally, we created the Black Learning Channel. It took time, work, and money, just like my dad said it would. But if it came to this, it's worth it. It was worth all the time, work, effort, and money. It was worth all of that. When you finally get this, finally hooked up TV to the Black Learning Channel. TV is back on Harambe. After I did radio, I said, we really need TV. We really do. So this is the result of that right now. Because you can't say, oh, we need a TV. You can talk the talk, but can you walk the walk? We can do both. We can say we're going to make a Black Learning Show, and we can make it happen. We can't just say, oh, I'm going to make a Black Learning Channel. 5 years later, there's no Black Learning Channel. With us, there was a Black Learning Channel. So we're switching from radio to TV, and we switched from radio to TV. So, that's how Black Learning Channel started. It was because of me. You're probably saying, oh, it's probably because of your dad. No, it was me who had the idea the whole time. He was just the one engineering. And, well, this is what Black Learning Channel came to be years later. By years later, I don't mean 20 years later. I only mean a couple years later. This is what it came to be. I made it possible for this to happen because, okay, I wouldn't be on here right now. Well, let's see. There would be no Black Learning Channel if there was no me. So let's see. If there was no me, there would only be one voice for the Centennial. Not two, because I was one of the voices. I was doing one of the commercials for the Centennial. So without me, there would only be one voice. Without me, there would be no Black Learning Channel. Without me, there would be no TV right now. At all. So there would really be nobody talking about youth education every Saturday, youth education. And up next is the Black Learning Channel Classroom. We're not doing it right now. Don't think we're doing that right now. But up next is the Black Learning Channel Classroom. We'll be on the radio, not TV, so don't expect this high-tech TV thing. Right now, the Black Learning Channel children's television program. Coming up soon, it will be the Black Learning Channel Classroom on television. Now don't get on your TV, turn in the channel and try to find Black Learning Channel. Call us up and say, there's no Black Learning Channel. What channel? What channel? It's online. Sister Brenda and Sister Mary are going to be on. So, and I want to thank Ross Marvin also for being on the Black Learning Channel. So, Well, and that's really how Black Learning Channel started because no me, no Black Learning Channel, no TV right now, and no excuses. Around the house, that's our rule. No excuses. This is the story of what happened to Jay. Okay, he was supposed to be back at 10 o'clock. It's 10:01. He comes in the door. It's already past 10 o'clock. Well, officially because it's 10:01. 10:01, but walks in the door. My dad says, "Jay, it's 10:01. It's not 10 o'clock. It's 10:01." So like, okay, I'm back on time. Wait a second, you're not back on time. 1 minute. Punished for a month by 1 minute. So you can tell my dad's serious. No excuses. Jay's thinking he won't punish me for 1 minute. 1 minute. Punished for a month. So I can tell no excuses. Never want that to happen. If you were my dad's daughter, you might think it's tough life, but it's the best life you could ever have. You might think it's tough being Delani and Mom's daughter, but it really isn't. Because Delani and Mom's daughter, I'll tell you the trick how it's easy. Well, my dad isn't serious 24/7, 365. By that, I don't mean he's clowning around all the time. I mean, he's not like you think he is. He's not. Go do this, go do that, stat, right now. He's not all that. Like you think. When you're Delani and Mom's daughter and you're there every weekend, you can already know what to expect. Fishing. Fresh squeezed orange juice. You won't expect. Play the piano. Now. Learn to play the piano. Now. Cut the light on. Now. You're not I don't expect that because I know already. I'm going to walk in the door, put my stuff down, put away the groceries. Then I can do whatever. Unless it's something, then I can do the songs, and then I'm done for the night. I can do whatever. Next day, wake up, eat breakfast, Black Learning Channel. Next day, wake up, do whatever, go to my mom's. It's not exactly as hard as people think it is. Because it's just, I won't say it's normal living, but it's almost as anybody else. Just, I get fresh squeezed orange juice fishing almost every weekend. So, fresh fruit, tomatoes at the garden. Basil at the garden. So.
Hello?
Yes?
Mary Both of Chicago.
Oh, hi.
Hello, Miriam. How are you?
Good.
Good. It's not quite 10. We just called in a little early.
Okay. That's fine.
Brittany's calling in now. This is Clayton.
Okay.
Okay. She'll be in a few minutes.
Okay. So, being Delani and Mom's daughter, not as hard as people think.
No, it's not.
So, again, up next is the Black Learning Channel classroom. This is from 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock a.m. So, The girls will be on next week. Hopefully, next week. Because they'll be out of town, so we don't exactly know what's going to happen, but hopefully they'll be on next week. So, being in Walkertown, best life I could ever have. Because it's not exactly the hard life, just because you're in the middle of, you're in the country. So, I just want to say you can tune in to the past programs at blacklearningshuttle.com, and up next is the Black Learning Shuttle Classroom. See you next week.
So I say to you young folks, you got a big job. You have an important job. You haven't got much time. You young folks in America are going to have to write the history. A lot of people get uptight, don't like your long hair, don't like the way you dress. And what you young folks have been doing, that noise, that sound might be the last warning.
Don't let them stop this true revolution. You have the power. So money is not power. Information is power. The day you was born, all the wisdom and knowledge that ever was and never will be. You was born with.
This is a freedom song meant to go around the world. Critical time everywhere in the world. Wake up, cause we stand at war. Please ask yourself, what are you living for? So you say you're a no-limit soldier, but you're living off the lies that they told you about what and who you are. You ain't never been a thug, you was